Devonni, what's the biggest difference of being down here versus being back home?
I could say the weather. There's a lot of cold weather and snow back home. So when I got here and seeing palm trees and 75-degree plus weather, it took me by storm, and loved it ever since.
What was kind of the message from South Carolina's coaching staff through the recruitment process in terms of how you would fit into that defense, and what really kind of appealed to you about that?
Well, what appealed to me is that they were looking for a player to come in and make an impact right away. With a young DB core, they wanted to bring in some more experience with losing Jalen Foster. So they were really stressing that, coming in, getting with the guys, just learning right away, because they wanted some experience in the defensive back room to help the young guys develop. And I felt like I could be a key piece in that, what they were looking for.
Hey, this is Phil Kornblut with the Sports Talk Media Network. Never having been to Detroit, I hear plenty of stories about the place and see people who come out of there. Just wondering about your experiences growing up in Detroit, and how it has made you what you are today.
Oh, well, Detroit, it got recognition for a tough city, as I could say, but it's for me to be because I grew up in a single mother household. So, all girls, some youngest boys. So, I had to grow up very quick. Being a man of the household at a very young age, it has allowed me to mature faster than my peers. I could say that. And I'm thankful for my journey and everything I have been through. It shaped me to the young man I am today.
Devonni, we've seen over the last couple of years, especially with the transfer portal continuing to grow, some smaller school guys, whether it be FCS, Division II, have opportunities to climb up and go into Power Fives or SCS in particular. Every situation I'm sure is unique, but to kind of explain to people when they look at you, why did a guy like this, go to, no disrespect to Central Michigan, how did he end up there and not at a school like South Carolina right from the get-go? Can you kind of explain that process coming out of high school?
Well, I could say coming out of high school, a lot of coaches didn't believe I was going to be able to produce just based off my size alone. I could say I was probably like a $160, $170 in high school, so I don't think because back when I was getting recruited, it was like a lot more. They were looking for the body type. I didn't have the P5 body type, but my heart, they didn't see that until I got on the field. Well, this recruiting, I got overlooked over by a lot of P5s. Only P5 offer I had was Purdue. But I can just say this, as I was getting recruited, they just wanted that body type that I didn't have at the time. They wanted a 6'3" figure, 6'2" figure, but I could play like a 6'3" guy, but I just needed a chance.
Devonni, obviously they're listing you right now as a DB. Are you more comfortable at safety or corner? Have they told you where they want you to be next year?
Oh, I'll be playing safety this year. Right now we're working on playing right and left. That's what I've been playing at Central Michigan. Not just a boundary or field safety. So we're all learning right and left. So I'll be on the boundary. I'll be in the field. Just mixing it up. I'll be mostly just playing safety.
With the DBs in your group, what's it been like getting to know those guys, and obviously RJ being an older guy like yourself, what's it been like maybe trying to bond with him a little bit and get to know him a little bit more?
It's been very nice. When I got here, they opened me up with open arms. It was very nice. It made the transition way more smoother than it was supposed to. These guys are very genuine and they love the ball just the way I do. So it really made everything easier when coming in, getting to know the guys, getting to bond with the guys. So it's been nice. I've been enjoying it. These guys like ball, and so do I.
Devonni, Lou Bajak with the State Newspaper. What drew you to South Carolina during the process? How quickly did you know that this was where you wanted to land?
So I could tell y'all a little something. It was kind of hectic. I entered the portal pretty late. So I had like a week to decide. So everything was just very hectic. So I had to really choose and be decisive on where I wanted to go. But the way the coaches, contacted me all the time, Coach White, Coach Gray, Coach Beamer, They're just very genuine and they love ball, and their background is very nice. And what they did in 1 year with this program, it took me by storm. You know, it's not that easy to turn around a program, especially in this conference. And what they did in this 1 year was it won me over. So I just wanted to be a part of this program and, you know, and learn from some guys with great experience.
Hey, Devonni, going back to your teammates a little bit. You said, you know, they made the transition easy and the DB group really welcomed you. I wanted to ask about one in particular, a really vocal leader in Cam Smith. What's it been like to, you know, start working out with him?
Oh, Cam Smith, he's a guy. He's a high motor guy. He's one of those guys that you gotta bring your A game. If you're right next to him, he's gonna make you work. So that's also like in the weight room with these guys. You know, they bring it every day, which makes me bring it every day. That's also a key piece of what I wanted to be a part of. You know, guys that's gonna show up to work every day, no matter if you feel bad, no matter if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, they bring it every day. Especially Cam Smith. You know, he's lightning. He's very fast. Especially when we do speed workouts, he's always talking. He's always talking. So it's very nice to have guys that like to compete. He's a very competitive kid. So it's very nice to work out besides those guys because that really brings me along, you know, and get the feel of everything.
Hey, Devonni. Corey Diaz with the USA Today Network. I watched the game at LSU this past year. Can you talk about that experience? You guys come down from Michigan. It's probably potentially your first time playing inside an SEC stadium. And of all places, it's Death Valley in Baton Rouge. Can you talk about just that experience and what you just kind of remember about just kind of that your baptism of SEC football?
Well, the thing is, what I remember is that first thing I remember is we had to travel the day of the game. We couldn't stay in a hotel, so we had to take the plane, and then as soon as we got off the plane, we got to a hotel. We got to eat, but we couldn't stay there. We had to warm up at a hotel. And then, so it was like we got off the plane, and we only got like 4 hours to really get ready for us. So a lot of guys had jet lag and stuff like that. But, you know, once we got to the stadium, I'm pretty sure everybody woke up. Wish the game went, you know, a different route, but things happen. But it was very interesting because I know, like, that wasn't the first SEC school I played against. My freshman year, I played against Kentucky, my first game ever. So I was kind of familiar with the SEC. But, you know, LSU, their stadium is very, very loud. It just looks like a movie, you know. So it was a very fun experience, very, very good. I took a lot from that game, you know. I got to soak in everything. You know, Death Valley is a place that I would want to play again.
Hey there. Being at Central Michigan, you guys had played several Power 5 teams. And you always can't, you know, you're the guys who always have a chip on their shoulder and you don't want to prove it. What's it like to be on the other side of that right now? You're the Power 5 guy now after your career outside the Power 5.
It's a, now that you ask about that, I think about it, you know, it's kind of strange as I look at the other side, you know, see how we view, like, smaller schools and all. But here, this is what I like. We view every opponent the same, no matter if you're small or big. You know, the way Coach Beamer talks about the first game, Georgia State, he's talking about like we're playing Georgia. So it's very nice. I like the way we handle ourselves. But, you know, I still, you know, coming from a smaller school, I still got that chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm not changing who I am just because I'm at a bigger school. So I feel like it's going to take me a long way.
You know, you will be playing Georgia a couple games.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that.
Devonni, and I'm curious too, kind of going off of that, you know, coming from a different school, coming in, you're an older guy, you've played some years already in college football. When you come into a new team, how easy is it to come in and maybe potentially fill one of those leadership type roles for a team that, you know, you haven't obviously been here for 2 or 3 years, you've only been here for just 5, 6, 7 weeks?
Honestly, my experience has allowed me to transition way easier. You know, like, I've been playing since I was a freshman, so, you know, and being a leader as a young guy, so it's helped me, you know, learning the ropes. And similar, if you kind of like go through a lot of programs, you'll find out that every program is kind of similar when it comes to leadership. experience, older guys and stuff like that. So, me being older and having experience and being through a lot of different changes and different teams each year, it has helped me, become a leader and help me transition into like leadership and also like take key parts in the leaderships that we have here already. The leaders that are coming back, we got a lot of leaders that could have went to the draft this year and they want to come back because, they love playing for Coach Beamer. So, yeah.
Did you, when you were at Central Michigan, did you get to play for Coach Fleck? Was he there?
Oh,
when
no.
Okay.
My first coach I got to play with Coach Bonamigo. Thank you.